Hey Fruit Faces, it's KlaireeBerry, and I just want to talk with you guys today. It's coming up on the holiday season. I guess the season's here. Hanukkah started. I think we're getting pretty close to like the countdown to like the 12 days of Christmas. So I just want to be a good inspiration to you guys and share with you and try to help inspire you guys. I know everybody's heard, oh, don't wait till, the new year to start your new healthy diet. Don't wait to go vegan. Don't wait to, change your bad habits. And so I'm not telling you something new. I'm just helping you remember, what you already know. But this is the time. And I know everybody, like a lot of females especially, are really scrambling. They're going to see their families. They're going to see their friends at different parties. And they really want to look their best. So I think on one hand, it's really already in the mentality of a lot of females to not wait until the New Year's. And probably males too. People take for granted that males are just sometimes as, physically motivated or health motivated or just wanting to be healthy, wanting to look their best, wanting to feel their best. To me, all of it, a lot of people think that, wanting to look your best is like a selfish or superficial type of a thing, but it really isn't, because it really is closely intertwined with how you feel, and a lot of times I think when we think or talk about how we look, it's actually underlying, like even if we don't realize it, a lot of times it's actually how we feel, because that really is the bottom line. You can't be happy if you're feeling sick, sluggish, tired, stressed, adrenals all clogged and all of this stuff. Like if you're gonna look good, I think part of the reason and really why people want to look good is because it is correlated with good health. I really feel like a lot of people are in this mindset already. They know it, but yet there's all of these splurges, all of these treats, all of these parties, all of these gatherings, and it makes it difficult for people to stay on to their goals. And I just want to let you know, I say this all the time, but your taste buds and your traditions are not who you are, okay? Your taste buds right now are a product of social conditioning, whether it's culture, okay? Whether it's your family, and your family probably got it from, not just the government, but the media and the corporations and all of this stuff. So we need to realize this in some form. And even for people who are already vegan, it's kind of the same thing. I see a lot of people who are vegan trying to eat less junk food, eat more whole foods, yada, yada, yada. And I struggled with this for a really long time. And I'm not going to say I don't ever indulge now. I think a little bit of indulgence is healthy. A little bit of planned, scheduled, release is excellent for a diet and much needed. But when you're doing it more often than you want, there's different issues and different aspects, and sometimes it's just time and resources and all of this stuff. But when it comes to the holidays, a lot of times, like I said, it's this celebration mode that we get into. And I just really want to share with people, I guess, my feelings and my thoughts, and even my present state. Like I can go to Thanksgiving dinner now and bring like one or maybe two dishes and then like a dessert. And I don't even think I ate my dessert. Yeah, I didn't even eat. I brought Halo Top ice cream to eat as my dessert. Didn't even eat it because I was so filled up by the foods that I brought, which was basically really low fat mashed potatoes. Actually, no fat added mashed potatoes this year, except for maybe a little bit of soy milk. Whatever, how much fat is in there, that's as much as that was in there. And so, I have to say, I felt amazing. And no, I'm not perfect, and I didn't do it perfectly because I got a bunch of ice cream for the family that I was going to share. I was wanting to, show people how great vegan desserts can be. And so, yeah, I ended up eating 2 tubs of ice cream, the Breyers non-dairy, all by myself over the course of basically the week after Thanksgiving. So again, I'm not just preaching to you guys, I'm kind of preaching to myself as well. But we don't need all of the things that we think we need to have a good celebration. It's kind of like at this point we realize that gifts are not what makes Christmas. Well, here's another thing. Food is not what makes your holidays. It's really not. And here's the thing. Go for the feeling. Go for the overall gist of the foods that you're eating. So what I ate, again, mashed potatoes and Brussels. I remember last year I didn't even have Brussels. This year I was kind of craving them, so that's what I went for. And it was amazing. I just put them in the air fryer. Absolutely no fat, like so good. I either have like a little bit of balsamic, or I do like liquid aminos with some lime juice. Amazing, amazing food. And with the creaminess and the mashed potatoes, and I actually added horseradish, so that was my new favorite thing this year, is horseradish mashed potatoes. And the gravy. I mean, you gotta have the gravy. So I'm not talking about deprivation. When I'm telling you that you are capable and you can still have a great holiday without indulging in all of the high fat things or making every single meal exactly how you used to make it, or even the veganized version that is the best you've ever tried. You don't have to do it. And I get it. A lot of people are in this mode of let's make the best tasting vegan food that we can make so that we can turn over people to vegan and show them how easy it is. And I get that. And if you're doing that, if that's your thing, then fine. Make those high fat mashed potatoes. Get people on your side, because people aren't used to eating totally different. It takes a long time. It's 5 years, and I'm just getting to this point where I feel like I'm handling it in more of a way that I want to. But I just want to let you know and kind of inspire people to realize that, as long as you have that feeling of that comfort food and the basic gist, and you're doing what you want, your body will get used to it. Your taste buds get used to this new type of food. And when you eat healthier and healthier, your body craves that type of food. And so for me, eating my healthy meal, really low fat, high carb, low fat, it was thoroughly satisfying. I did not look at anybody else's food, honestly, on Thanksgiving and say, wow, I wish I could have that, because I knew what I wanted. I wanted creamy, I wanted horseradish, I wanted Brussels, I wanted them together, and that's literally all I ate. I didn't even freaking eat any cranberry sauce this year, which was a first. I love cranberry sauce. I ate it after, but I just want you guys to know that you don't need it. Like, I'm not saying you don't need cranberry sauce, because that's low fat and high carb and vegan, but I just want you to realize that you can let go of these foods that you think that you're so attached to. And if you, like me, nobody eats my food. Nobody even tries. For years, I made all this vegan food, almost a full vegan spread. The roast, the cranberries we always had, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, green bean casserole, like pies, everything. Spent all this money, all this stuff. It's materialism, is what it is. And now I guess I wanted to become a minimalist, and I didn't even think about it like really that much, saying, hey, I'm gonna be a minimalist foodie type of a person. And again, I just want to stress, it doesn't feel restrictive to me at all. Like I said, if you're craving something, then yeah, go for it. But don't feel like, oh, I have to do every single thing that everybody else does, because it is also social conditioning. And anyway, I kind of got off on the holiday meal on this because, it's new for me and I wanted to share. And like I said, your taste buds, they adapt. And when I eat this healthy meal, I feel fucking amazing after. And I remember years past, I would have all these leftovers. Like I said, nobody ate my food. So I would make it high fat because I wanted it to taste good. And then I would have all these leftovers and I would eat them for a week and gain weight and most of all, feel like shit. And so that's why I decided to do what I did. And I'm really, really happy for it. And it feels good to be like, you know what? Screw y'all. I'm doing what I want. I'm doing what's good for me. And I'm honestly, in a way, leading by example, even if, the fruits of that haven't, come to fruition yet or whatever. Back to kind of the main point of the video, like, don't wait. Don't feel like you have to indulge in all of this stuff just because it's a holidays. I know everybody gets a sense of, oh, I need some comfort food, and we equate that with being really unhealthy, but it doesn't have to be. Like I said, you can train your taste buds to love a low-fat mashed potato. Add extra seasoning, add extra garlic, add extra horseradish, pepper, mix it, gravy. You can do a low-fat gravy and pour it all over your mashed potatoes. You will not even miss the fat. It's just like, you don't need to indulge in every single little thing that you used to in order to have a good holiday. And I just want to say, just go for it. Don't wait. Don't put it off, especially on your Monday through Friday or your day-to-day, your average day. Don't let yourself backslide during this time, because it's going to be so much easier on New Year's, to wake up and say, wow, I'm already a whole month ahead, or 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever ahead now of myself last year or whatever, because of the fact that I started today. And I don't want this to be misconstrued, and I don't want people to say, oh, well, I'm going to restrict, because that's what, back to the beginning of the video, like, a lot of people are trying to get up to this point where they're going to look their best for this big holiday season. They got their Christmas dress. They're trying to just look their best. So they're restricting a lot of calories. And I've done this for so many years, and it just totally backfires on you, because then you even eat more. You're like, restrict. And when you restrict, guys, it's always going to bounce back. Our bodies just do that. That's why 95 to 97% of people, studies show, don't keep the weight off when they lose it, because they're losing it in this try, sure, fail method of restricting calories. Everybody knows you can lose weight off restricting calories, but can you keep it off? No, you can't, because your body bounces back, especially if you're doing it severely. So don't do that. It's tempting, because again, it works, but do you want to wake up, a week after Christmas, Christmas Eve, and have an extra 10 or 20 pounds, to like try to get off of you? No, like, you want to feel your best. You want to look your best. And once you try veganism, once you really get into the groove of a good high carb veganism and you feel how good it feels, you won't want to go back anymore. You really won't. So don't wait for January 1st to start hitting your goals. Don't say, oh, I'm going to restrict, and then binge for a couple weeks or a week or two, and then go on that healthy diet. It's all about health. It's about health, and it's about looks. They're both combined. Treat your body the way that you would treat a young child. This is probably one of my underlying philosophies in life, is that we should treat ourselves like children. We are children when it comes to forgiveness, when it comes to, who you want to hang out with, letting people go, cutting people out of your life. Like, every little thing, you can always think about children, Children are like, I don't want to play with you. Get out of here. I'm going to play with somebody else. They're not going to sit there and like cry for a year that this kid, took their toy. Some do, obviously, but most kids are just like real resilient, easily able to go and find new friends and all of that stuff. So, children, they need to eat every couple of hours. They need their carbs. Nobody is restricting carbs from little kids unless they're like epileptic, which nobody knows why. But anyway, whole nother story on that one. I just feel like, resting, taking naps, fresh air, exercise, taking walks, getting into nature, all of that. Children stuff. Treat yourself like a child. Treat yourself with respect. Don't try to restrict and then go through this whole cycle. Do what is good for you every day. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, everything like that. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Pinterest, and my website at KlaireeBerry.com. I'm KlaireeBerry at all of those things, by the way, in case you want to help finding me. You can always ask me anonymous questions on Tumblr. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. So take care. Don't forget to eat your fruit, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.